Savannah, it's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam. So let's kick things off with JCB Racing. This is a bracket-style elimination tournament where our drivers will be facing off in a head-to-head competition. We'll follow the bracket from round one onto the semifinals and then on to the JCB Racing finals where the fastest two will compete to be crowned your racing winner, and they will receive the first 8 points towards the overall event championship. So, who's ready for JCB Racing? Coming up first, Alex Barton, Just Get Her Done 2. And his opponent, Logan Ashline, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Your winner is Just Get Her Done. Great start to the afternoon for Alex Barton as Just Get Her Done 2 grabs the win, and he is officially your first semifinalist here in JCB Racing. Coming up next, Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon. And his opponent, Tony Oaks, Thunder Roris. Your winner, Megalodon. It looked like the two competitors were neck and neck around the Chicago-style track, but Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris gets hung up in the final turn. That's all the advantage that Brandon Toluchka needed. Your winner, Megalodon. Here comes John Zimmer, Uproar. And his opponent, Tristan England, JCB Digatron. Your winner, Digatron. It was a good race, well contested on both sides, but in the end, just too much. Tristan England, your winner, JCB Digatron. Final matchup of round number 1. Up first, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. His opponent, Tyler Meninga, Grave Digger. Your winner, Grave Digger. With round 1 now in the rearview mirror, let's take a look up at the video board and see how we got here. Before we get underway with that semifinal round, Just Get Her Done 2 opened up the competition with a big win for Alex Barden as he was able to defeat Logan Ashline and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And it was Megalodon's Brendan Toluchka getting the win over Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris. Tristan England and the JCB Digatron able to get through the veteran John Zimmer and Uproar. And moments ago, Gravedigger's Tyler Meninga able to defeat John Zimmer Jr. and Terminal Velocity. That means that your Final 4 is set here in Savannah.
Savannah, this is the JCB Racing semifinal round. The fastest 4 drivers of the event have advanced to this round, and winners will continue to the final round and compete for the racing win and the first 8 points of the event. So Savannah, who's ready for more JCB Racing?
You sound ready to me. We have 2 great matchups planned in the semifinals. Up first, it's Just Get Her Done versus Megalodon. Your winner, Megalodon. Brendan Toluchka able to take down Alex Barden, and with that win, Megalodon sits atop center pod as he awaits a challenger in the JCB Racing Finals. And now it's time to see who he'll be facing off against. And would you look at this matchup, Gravedigger versus JCB Digatron. Your winner, Digatron. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the JCB Racing Finals, where the fastest two will compete for the first 8 points towards the overall event championship. And we have a matchup that we have not seen yet this weekend. Are you ready to meet your final contenders? Coming up first, racing out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, Brandon Telechka, Megalodon. His opponent, 2023 World Finals Racing Champion from Paris, Texas, Tristan England, the JCB Digatron. Your winner, JCB Digatron. In a matchup that we had not seen yet this weekend, a lot was at stake. We could either have seen our 4th different winner of the racing competition, or we would see our first competitor to earn 2 racing wins on the weekend. We get the latter. Your winner for the 2nd time this weekend, Tristan England, JCB Digatron.
Tristan, you start things off here at event number 4, right where you left off yesterday. I mean, you had a great showing yesterday, and now you're doing it here Sunday.
Yeah, you know, and these drivers, there's nobody that's a slacker out here, so everybody was giving it their all. This Georgia dirt, it's a little bit tacky, but I absolutely love it. And I'll tell you one thing, I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. They didn't call it JCB Racing for nothing.
That's absolutely right. You got your first 8 points. We're going to go into our second competition, the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. Tough competition with Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, Tony Oaks and Thunder Horse, and of course that guy back there that you just beat, Megalodon's Brandon Telechka. How do you think you can pull off the win here with such a stacked lineup?
Yeah, it's stacked for sure. And everybody, you guys are going to see all the moonwalks, all the combos. You just have to decide who has the most skill. And I'll tell you, we've got enough years behind the wheel right here and enough talent to get you off your feet. So Savannah, Georgia, I got to know, are we going to dig it today or what?
Let's make some noise for your JCB Racing winner, Tristan England, and the JCB Digatron.
With 1 competition down and 2 more still to come, let's take our first look of the day up at the video board at the BKT overall event standings. And of course, with a win, you're going to find JCB Digatron right at the top with those 8 points. Megalodon and Brandon Telechka will receive 7 points for finishing in 2nd place. Then we've got a tie between Gravedigger and Just Get Her Done 2. They've got 4 points each for making it to the semifinal round. After that, we've got another deadlock, this time between Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Terminal Velocity, Thunder Roarus, and Uproar, all with 2 points each for failing to make it out of round number 1. But still, 16 points up for grabs. Anybody can walk away with that overall event championship. Coming up next, we are going to see the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge. And this is where you're going to see some of the most technical moves in our sport put on full display. The drivers have 2 attempts to wow you with their best maneuvers. You might see some of your favorites like nose wheelies, moonwalks. You may even see bicycles, maybe even classics like sky wheelies, or something that you have never seen before. But your scores are going to determine who walks away with the win in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, coming up next.
As I said, I'm going to be walking around hanging out with the loudest fans. I'm not kidding. I looked over and I saw Allison right here going crazy. Allison, you're out here with your kids and husband, right?
Yes, absolutely, and our neighbors.
Oh, and your neighbors too. Well, I don't know if you know, you were like going more crazy than your kids over there. Have you been out to Monster Jam before?
Never.
No, first time. What do you think so far?
It's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. Well,
My kids hate it, but I love it.
well, you know, it's a little loud, but I'm sure they're having a good time. But here's what's going to happen here. I was hoping that we could play a game, and it is called Finish the Lyrics. So we're going to play a song, and if you can finish the lyrics, I have a pretty cool prize for you. Think you got it, Allison?
Absolutely.
All right. Savannah, y'all help her out. DJ, drop the beat. What we got? She seems confident. I think she got it.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. You know what? She got it. She got it. She gave it a go. She said let it go. We'll count it. Y'all give it up for Allison right here. Allison, I got some tickets right here for Disney on Ice presents Frozen and Encanto. It's actually coming here to the End Market Center February 27th to March 2nd in 2025. Those tickets go on sale on October 7th. You can get them at Ticketmaster. Make some noise for Allison hanging out here doing a great job. Let it go.
Well, all of the trucks are ready to go here for our second competition, the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. So I'm going to give you a little Monster Jam Truck Parts 101. Right now I'm standing right next to Uproar, and right now I am pointing to the header. So this right here is our O2 sensor, and what that does is it sits on that header where I just pointed out, and what it does, it regulates the air to fuel, and it allows our Monster Jam trucks to regulate the fuel by a third of fuel. So what that means is that it regulates a third consumption than your regular mechanical trucks and things like that. So this sensor right here then allows it, or hooks onto a computer, an ECU, and what it does then is it tells the Monster Jam truck to either give more fuel or just less fuel. Also keep in mind that our fuel tanks hold about 25 gallons.
Without further ado, it is time to get into our second competition, the aforementioned Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. But I also mentioned this competition is all in your hands at judgeszone.com. Ray, how are these fans going to determine the winner of the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge?
Well, let me just walk you on through it. This is your first opportunity to score our Monster Jam Superstars using judgeszone.com. So at the conclusion of each run, the ribbon boards would go red. You'll have 20 seconds to get your phone and head to judgeszone.com. So I already have it pulled up. Now you see this right here. My screen's just a little dim, but you might be able to see it. You're going to type in the code SAV for Savannah. So you're going to type it in. You're going to hit submit right here. And after that, that BKT tire will pop up on the board. You'll slide it up or down to determine the score of our superstars, and then you will hit submit. Now, this will happen after every run, and it will tabulate. Now, our drivers are counting on you to score accurately and fairly, as today you will help crown our BKT overall event champion. Once again, judgeszone.com, code SAV. So, with all that said, Savannah, I need to hear y'all. I want to hear you guys get as loud as you can. Who's ready for the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Competition?
We're starting it off with a former two-wheel world champion, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. What a combination for Tyler Menninga. Believe it or not, he still has one attempt to go. Make some noise for Gravedigger. What a way to kick things off. Tyler Menninga getting about 6 or 7 or 10 moves for the price of 2. I know he winds up on his lid. K Young, you're right down there, close to the rollover. Very good run from Tyler Menninga.
Yeah, just an unfortunate turn of events there for him, but I was getting word, John, that we think that he might only have second gear, so that is maybe why we didn't see what we were pumping up this entire weekend for a bicycle to a new move, so that might be why he decided to go for the combinations, but you know, the combination king there, obviously showing it off there in the super glue glued to the action replay.
In a big, big way, and honestly, I think if we're in a stadium and not in an arena, he might be able to save that. Just ran out of room with the boundary right there, and of course the other Monster Jam trucks in their pit stalls. But let's see what the fans here in Savannah came up with for the first time this afternoon from judgeszone.com. An 8.414. That is a great score out of the gate. Tyler Menninga setting the bar high as usual. While we have the recovery team out on the track, I do want to shout out Low Country JCB. We know that Monster Jam tracks are built all over the world by JCB. Dig deeper, lift higher, and move more with the official heavy equipment partner of Monster Jam. But a special thank you goes out to Low Country JCB for providing all the equipment here this weekend, all the stuff you see out on the track, not only to build the track, but to recover those Monster Jam trucks. So thanks again to Low Country JCB right here in Savannah. Back to the action now with Tony Oaks and Thunder Roars.
Scoring is now open. Head on over to judgeszone.com. Once again, that code is SAV. Scoring will be open for another 20 seconds, so head on over to judgeszone.com, code SAV, and score for Thunder Roars.
For the fans who are in their seats for Monster Jam trackside ahead of the event and the fans watching at home, you saw my interview with Tony Oaks. He said he's also working on a new trick. You can see the wrinkle right there going to the stoppie and the nose wheelie off the side of the ramp. Not really the way that you're meant to hit it. He's trying to get up on the nose and really add a wrinkle into twisting in that Monster Jam truck. In the meantime, let's see your scores from judgeszone.com. Only a 5.486. He'll end in second place for now. Score to beat still Gravedigger. Up next, John Zimmer, Uproar.
Scoring is open for the next 20 seconds. Judgeszone.com, code SAV. A little forward momentum popper into a moonwalk off of the pod. Looking good, John.
Looking good, looking smooth. John Zimmer really taking a page out of his son's book with some of those new school maneuvers and executing them to perfection. But now the question becomes, Ray, did he do enough in the minds of these Monster Jam fans as they sit in the stands to take over that top spot? He is dealing with a pretty good score, certainly not insurmountable. Let's see what the fans came up with for Uproar. Only a 5.395. He'll land in third place for now. We're going to keep it with Send It Motorsports. We're going to keep it with the Zimmers. This time, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity. Look at the balance there from John Zimmer Jr. After moonwalking across the pod, he sets it down with one attempt to go.
Scoring is now open. Savannah, you know what to do. Once again, code SAV at judgeszone.com. You know, Ken Griffey Sr., Ken Griffey Jr., you got LeBron James, LeBronny James, and you see another father and son duo of competitors right there. John Zimmer Sr., John Zimmer Jr. Pretty cool.
Both of them doing their thing. John Zimmer Jr. showing off the balance first on the front two tires, then riding the bicycle on the sidewalls. And I can't stress enough how difficult that is, especially the bicycle. These Monster Jam trucks are 12,000 pounds. You're deliberately throwing them off their center of gravity before trying to set them back down on all four wheels. The score to beat, 8.414. And now your score for Terminal Velocity is just enough to take over that top spot. We've got an 8.536 on the board. Here comes Tristan England, JCB Digatron. You can see the steering wheel out of the window as he is on the nose. Tristan England now keeping the combo going. He puts the steering wheel back out the window for a second time. Would you look at the control right there? Score to beat on the board. We're going to see what Tristan England has in store here for his second attempt.
Scoring is now open. Lock in those scores for JCB Digatron. Tristan England. Once again, judgeszone.com, code SAV. You know, Kay, you're a DJ. Tristan's on fire, man. He's hotter than the 2010 mixtape. Talk to him.
He definitely is, and he is showing a more technical skill than we've seen probably throughout this entire run, but his first attempt was very reminiscent of Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger's combination run from back to back there as we watched that on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. I think the flair, though, is his steering wheel out the window by far. That second attempt there up on the video board there as well. So, John, it'll be up to the fans here as the scores are locked in.
It's going to come down to the scores. I agree with you. The extra flair, the steering wheel off 2 separate times, plus the combinations. But it is not up to me. Score to beat, 8.536. Your score for JCB Digatron is another new leader. First competitor over that 9-point threshold is Tristan England and JCB Digatron. We're going to keep it rolling here on the Great Clips 2-Wheel Scales Challenge, this time with Alex Barton. Just get her done, too.
Scoring is now open. judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores for Just Get Her Done.
Alex Barton pulling out all the stops here. You can always check out the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. It's a little highlight reel of the run, but you don't want to take too much time staring up at the big screen. You want to make sure your phone is out and it's in your hand so you can glance up, say, hey, that's the moves that he did. I remember now, and then go ahead, look back down on the phone and lock in the scores. You got to do all of that before 20 seconds runs out. Remember that 20 seconds, it starts immediately when the run is over. Speaking of that 20 seconds, they are gone. Let's see your scores. 6.130, fourth place for now. It's Logan Ashline, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Scoring is now open. JudgesZone.com. Lock in those scores for Logan Ashline, Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Kay, from up here, it looked like that second attempt just did not go her way after the first one was nearly perfect. Did you see anything down there that maybe gave it away?
I think it was just the little bit of the underpower. I mean, she uses the log stack so perfectly, especially in her freestyle runs this entire weekend. But using that log stack, though, here in the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, I mean, you're actually looking for the very front part of those tires to clip as much as they can, and she just looked like she was underpowered.
Tale of two moves right there. First one was good. Second one not her way. Let's see the scores. 4.909 for Logan Ashline and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Final competitor here in the 2-Wheel Skills Challenge is Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
Scoring is now open. Your final competitor in the competition, and he puts it out there on the track. Lock in those scores, JudgesZone.com. Kay, that was ridiculous from Brandon Toluchka.
Listen, I'm back here in this VOM here with his dad, Mitch Toluchka, and of course his younger brother, Bryce, and they were screaming. I think we were all screaming. Alex Barton is back here. If this was a stadium, if there was just a little bit more room, I think he would have been able to save that, John.
I totally agree, Kay. He was inches away from being able to save that. We've now seen it twice in the competition from the first competitor, Gravedigger, and now the final competitor, Megalodon. You can see right there, he lands basically on the chalk outline, and that means he is right on the boundary. The officials have no choice but to shut off that truck. But what a wild ride. What a good run. Question now is it a winning run from Brandon Toluchka? Score to beat, 9.081. Your score for Megalodon is so close, but no, it is not. Second place, your winner for the second time in a row is JCB Digatron. Here comes Tristan England picking up his second win for the second day in a row. He is your winner, JCB Digatron.
Combination after combination, but I think what really set it apart was that in cab, we could see you take the steering wheel out. I mean, what control, what balance. Were you able to pull that off?
Well, you know, after watching all my friends' do's and don'ts over the years, I found what I had and honed skills in. Been out there with MJU at Tom Mentz. He said, you got to spice something up. You got to do something different. So I take the wheel off. I'm controlling the rear steer while I'm in gear, switching gears. I'm just having a good time. Are you guys having fun so far, Georgia?
They are definitely having fun. Of course, we're going to see some freestyle motocross here in a little bit, but your last competition where you potentially could sweep event number 4 is freestyle, and I know you are excited to get out here on this track. Do you think you got it locked in?
Well, we fell short, literally, yesterday in the competition of freestyle, so I'm hoping today we'll fare out, but I just want to have fun. I know my 5-year-old son, Crash, and my fiance, Kiera, are watching this right now on YouTube Live. So I got to go out there and drive my heart on my sleeve every single time, not just for my family, for my JCB family, but my Monster Jam family. So I need your help, guys. My FMX buddies are about to come out here and let go of a perfectly good dirt bike. So you guys better get loud for you, them, and us. Let me hear you, Savannah. Get loud!
Congratulations goes out to, well, the only winner we have seen so far this afternoon, Tristan England and JCB Digatron. He has done a lot of work to put himself in great position to walk away with another overall event championship, but we still have one more big competition before we can decide it all. Right now is halftime. This is the perfect time to get out of your seats, walk around the concourse, check out an official Monster Jam merchandise stand, but don't go too far. We're coming right back with more Monster Jam action. Let's take a quick look up at the video board for some VIP fan messages.
Please welcome to the track, United States Freestyle Motocross.
We have brought 4 of the best freestyle motocross riders right here to Savannah, and they are gonna fly through the sky here a few times and of course get into our best trick competition. Right now they're gonna test the limits of the ramps to ensure they're lined up, that they're ready to go. They're also gonna be trying out some tricks, what they feel most comfortable for the best trick competition. Keep in mind that our ramps are 70 to 75 feet spread across, and our riders can get about 40 to 40 feet high in the air. A lot of riding experience between all of them as well. Not just in freestyle motocross, but riding dirt bikes, racing, and things like that. Being a veteran supercross rider like TJ Tiffany himself. Got about almost 50 years combined. The green flags are out by our USHRA safety officials. Please welcome Brendan Reardon. Our second rider up, make some noise for Nick Desmond. Let's give it up for Greg Duffy. And our last rider, please welcome TJ Tiffany. Don't forget to take out your cell phones. Get those pictures, those videos. You can upload them to your favorite social media site. Use the hashtag MonsterJam. These freestyle motocross riders might end up commenting or liking your picture, your video. They love to see themselves flying through the sky. They even take some pictures and videos up here on the pod while they're throwing down some wild moves. We're going to continue to watch their practice runs here, ramp to ramp, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Are they going to switch it up? Are they going to try something new? That's going to be what this part of freestyle motocross is all about. Lazy boy action there from TJ Tiffany. Brendan Reardon coming back around for the last practice ramp test, giving us a little bit of a captain. Two-handed seat grab from Nick Desmond. Oh, we got a backflip and away from Greg Duffy. And TJ Tiffany with a backflip as well, or what Ray likes to call the accidental Bronson. Let's make some noise for our freestyle motocross riders. All right, we're going to get into the best trick competition. competition, and this is where our riders will have one attempt to fly through the sky and throw down their best trick, and you, the fans, will decide the winner by using judgeszone.com. You're going to be doing it just like you do for our Monster Jam drivers at judgeszone.com. The code is still the same, SAV, and you still have 20 seconds to get those scores locked in. All right, guys, are you ready? Thumbs up, all the thumbs up. Savannah, are you ready?
All right, let's kick this thing off. They sound ready to me. And your first rider, make some noise for Brendan Reardon. Brendan Reardon, he has to set the tone. He's the first competitor in this competition. 28 years old, and he has 24 years of riding experience. So yes, if you do the math, he's been competing since he was 4 years old, or at least riding. I don't know if he's been competing, but he's been riding since he was 4. 2017 ISDE gold medalist. Here he goes.
Let's hear it for Brendan Reardon. Throwing down a cliffhanger move. That's when you lock your feet into the handlebars and have some extension, almost like a lazy boy, but a little bit more vertically there. Throwing down the cliffhanger. Now it's time to get those scores locked in.
You ever seen the movie Cliffhanger? Okay, you ever seen that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, that's what he just pulled off right there. Didn't quite look like Sylvester Stallone, but is it a good enough score to hold on to the top spot? The score for Brendan Reardon is 7.814. Getting us started in the FMX Best Trick competition. Coming up next, make some noise for Nick Desmond. Nick Desmond from St. Augustine, Florida. He's a fifth-year pro. Started in 2022, part of the Monster Jam Arena Series. The only rider on a 250, so just a 2-clutch. All the other riders are on a 450. But let's see how he handles it.
It is the double hand heart attack. Make some noise for Nick Desmond. Flying through the sky there. Get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. We're taking a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Holding on to the bike, and that is all.
That's right. They call that a heart attack or a Superman. We see you right there. Hey, kicking it back. Nick Desmond trying to get the top spot. The score to beat is 7.814. And the score for Nick Desmond is not enough, 7.503. But we have our third competitor coming up. Give it up for Greg Duffy. Greg Duffy coming at you from Maryland. He's the only person to do a double front flip, a super skilled rider. I don't know if we'll see a double front flip right now, but this man used to race pros nationally, and he is your third competitor. Give it to him, Greg.
Make some noise for Greg Duffy with the Indian Air heart attack move. Almost does a handstand. Take a look at the replay in slow motion.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was impressive right there.
I can't do that.
What was the name of that move again?
It is called the Indy Air heart attack.
Indy Air heart attack. That gave me a heart attack. That was awesome, man. That's just, my back hurts watching that one. I think he just say, we go here now. That's what he just said.
Yes.
Score to beat is 7.814. And the score for Greg Duffy is, you got a new leader, 8.711. But Savannah, we got one rider remaining. Give it up for TJ Tiffany. TJ Tiffany from Orlando, Florida. The last competitor, 9 years professional rider out here, and veteran of Supercross, Nitro Circus, Night of the Jumps. He also did stunts in Avengers Endgame, also in Bad Boys 3, and multiple Netflix series. Some television. Your last competitor trying to get the top spot. Can he take out Greg Duffy? Let's go, TJ.
Woo! Make some noise for TJ Tiffany. Gives you what we thought was going to be a two-handed heart attack, but now he lets go of the seat, flies through the sky there for a brief second as we saw it up on the super glue, glued to the action replay. Was it wild and crazy enough to get the win here today? It's up to you.
Score to beat is 8.711. Greg Duffy holds the lead, but will that remain? This score for TJ Tiffany is... Put him at the top. 9.184. Your winner in the FMX Best Trick Competition, TJ Tiffany. But you know what, Kay? It's our last day of events. I was kind of thinking we could do a little bit extra. What do you say? Can we give us some more?
Absolutely. Go here now.
We go here now. Well, Savannah, you guys want to see some more?
I don't know, Ray. They need to get more hyped up. Do you want to see some more freestyle motocross? Our riders are going to go back to back to back to back and again and again here in what we call a Monster Jam train. They're going to ensure the spacing, the time, and the landing on this Monster Jam train. But as soon as you see that front tire hit that mat, I need N Market Arena to get as loud as you can for your FMX riders. Give it up for your freestyle motocross riders. What do you say, Ray? We're gonna do it again? Let's do it again.
You know what? It's not deja vu, but it looks the same. I say we do it again.
Let's do it again.
Keep it going.
They're going to come back around. Let's make some noise for TJ Tiffany, Brendan Reardon, Nick Desmond, and Greg Duffy. I guess we need to do it one last time, Ray.
We're doing one more?
One more
Hold
time.
up. We're doing this one more time. It needs to be as loud as they can in here. We're giving you extra. Let's do it one more time, Kay.
Savannah, are you ready to fly? Let's make some noise for the very last time this afternoon for your freestyle motocross riders. Give it up for TJ Tiffany, Brendan Reardon, Nick Desmond, and Greg Duffy. That was Team US FMX.
These guys work so hard traveling around the U.S. and they do a fantastic job. So make some noise for the boys. We're going to bring our FMX Best Trick winner around. It's TJ Tiffany talking to Kay Young.
Savannah, let's hear it for your Best Trick Competition winner, TJ Tiffany. Congratulations to you. You and Greg Duffy been battling back and forth. He snapped your winning streak there starting in Duluth, so you got to get a little bit of revenge, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going back and forth. Me and the guys, we got to keep all of our tricks secret backstage, what we're going to pull out for best trick. And Sunday morning, we're going to do upright tricks only and see how it comes out on top. And you guys picked me. Man, you guys are so loud, we can barely hear our bikes. You all having fun?
They're definitely having fun. Now, you kind of did this move where you let go of the bike and kind of just suspended yourself there for a brief second. What does that feel like?
I think that's about as close as it can get to feeling like you're flying. That trick is something I'm still practicing every day, every week when we go out to ride. We're practicing off the show floor every day at home and, pumping each other up. There's something big in this sport with peer pressure, and it's a good thing in the motocross world for sure.
Talk to us a little bit about how you practice new tricks. Is there a pit? Is it off of an inflatable ramp like that? How do you perform a new trick or try a new trick?
Basically just baby steps, wear all the right protective gear, and work your way into it. We don't really do too much in foam pits anymore. The airbags are definitely a big thing, help us get in these tighter arenas and stuff, and just practice makes perfect.
Congratulations to you. Let's make some noise for your best trick competition winner, TJ Tiffany.
It's time for the pinnacle of the sport. Savannah, it's Monster Jam Freestyle! Scoring is now open. Judgeszone.com, code SAV. You guys know what to do. Catching some big air at the end. It's Monster Mutt Dalmatian.
Logan Ashline starting things off in a very big way. And I like the strategy that she used. She came out calm, cool, collected. She goes to the popper, takes it slow out of the gate, able to show off some technical maneuvers. And then after that, she's going for big air, huge leaps and bounds over the pod over and over again. A very sound strategy. Let's see your scores, though, at Judgeszone.com. That's a nice ovation and a nice score to go along with it. 7.469. There is your score to beat. Here comes Alex Barton. Just get her done, too.
Scoring is now open. Savannah, you guys know what to do. Once again, judgeszone.com, code SAV. And lock it in for Alex Barton. Just get her done. John, these are some of my favorite runs to watch there because he added some technicality in there with those two wheel maneuvers out there.
Definitely did. Took a page from what we just saw from Logan Ashline and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Even ended the run with a little bit more of that technical prowess that you're talking about on those two wheels. It's something that we've seen a lot of these drivers do over the last couple weeks, and I think it's a good strategy, especially in an arena setting. Let's see the score to beat. 7.469, your score for Just Get Her Done. 2 is a very, very close second place, 7.356. Score to beat, still with Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Up next, John Zimmer Jr., Terminal Velocity.
Score now, score now, score now. Judgeszone.com, code SAV, and lock it in for Terminal Velocity.
John Zimmer Jr. showing right there why he is one of the brightest young stars in the entire sport. Completely unfazed by everything out on the track, not intimidated by an obstacle or any amount of air right there. Rough landing, takes it in stride and keeps on going. Plus he ends with the big time bicycle. Now it's time to see if that run, everything that I just described and more, was enough to give him the top spot. It is all in your very capable hands. Score to beat, still 7.469. Your score for John Zimmer Jr. and Terminal Velocity is new leader. He is in the top spot with an 8.556. This next run is going to loom large for that overall event championship. Brandon Toluchka, Megalodon.
Scoring is now open. Judgeszone.com. Code SAV. It makes a noise for Brandon Telechka, Megalodon. Okay, that was controlled chaos. There was fins flying everywhere. He was pulling out all the stops. That was amazing.
That was by far one of the favorite freestyles I have seen this entire weekend. He got big air. He used technical moves that we see in the Great Clips Two-Wheel Skills Challenge. We saw a bicycle. He literally implemented almost everything that you could possibly think of in a freestyle run.
Pulling out all the stops with a potential overall event championship on the line. Right now, the score to beat, 8.556. The score for Megalodon is new leader, 8.978. Now things just got interesting. Trying not to be outdone with the trophy on the line. Here comes Tristan England, JCB Digatron. One of our USHRA tech officials running from one side of the arena to the other just behind JCB Digatron. Looks like everything is cleared up as he emerges from that side tunnel, giving him the fire and send. Here we go.
Scoring is now open, and he still has the last maneuver going on. Throws it down. Scoring is open. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores for Tristan England, JCB Digatron. I mean, Brandon Telechka, Megalodon, has had a great day, and he's trying to hold off Tristan here, but that was a strong run.
Almost like an exclamation point at the very end as Digatron just sat there on the pod, straight up towards the video board. Will that be enough to give Tristan England the lead here in freestyle, which would all but seal the deal for that overall event championship? Score to beat, it's been going up, 8.978. The score for JCB Digatron is... It is not enough. And now things continue to get interesting as it will come down to the final three trucks to crown an overall event champion. The first of those three, John Zimmer, Uproar.
Scoring is now open. JudgesZone.com. It's open for 20 seconds. On the last score, I heard some people didn't agree with it. Once again, you determine our scores. We do not play any part in it. So if you don't like it, you have the power to change it. JudgesZone.com, code SAV. Score for Uproar.
I'll take it one step further, Ray. The more people that lock in those scores at JudgesZone.com, the better that average will be. The better that average reflects the thoughts of everybody here in the End Market Arena. So lock in those scores. Never too late to join in the fun. And it's not just fun. It is important to determine a freestyle winner and an overall event champion. Let's see the scores for Uproar. 6.639, not enough for your top spot. Up next, Chody Oaks, Thunder Roris.
Show some love to Tony Oaks and Thunder Roris. Time to get those scores locked in. You've got about 8 seconds left now on the clock at JudgesZone.com. And what, John, I really liked about that run is where he implemented some skills. And not only that, though, a lot of technical driving there went into that entire freestyle run. Get those scores locked in. John, what do you think about that run?
It was great, and I love the way he used that wheelie bar to save himself at the very end. It allowed him to get a couple more maneuvers in and put a bow on what was a very good run from start to finish. And now we're going to see the scores from the fans here in Savannah. 8.978 is your score to beat. Score for Thunder Roris is... second place, 8.598. Here comes your reigning World Finals Freestyle Champion, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
Scoring is now open for the last time. JudgesZone.com. Lock in those scores for Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Okay, you know, that was his first run since the transmission swap that we saw at half, and that was phenomenal.
He got big air, he got crazy, he got wild, everything that you expect from a run from Gravedigger, and especially a run there from Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger. So this will be up to our fans at JudgesZone.com to pick the winner of our Monster Jam Freestyle competition. And of course, John, we're about to crown an overall event champion here.
And like I alluded to before, the scores continue to loom large. This one for Gravedigger is going to be no different. Your score to beat, Megalodon, 8.978. The score for Gravedigger is... The champ is here! Tyler Meninga showing the world why he is the reigning Freestyle World Finals champion. But was it enough for the overall event championship? There you see the score on the board, 21 total points. Your overall event champion is... Brandon Telechka, Megalodon. Just like Tristan England did yesterday afternoon, Brandon Telechka shows that consistency is key. Finishes in second place in every competition. He kept his head down, he kept grinding, and now he is your overall event champion, Megalodon.
Congratulated by his father, his brother, his teammate Alex Barton, driver of Just Get Her Done 2. You know, you don't have to win a competition to win exactly what you're supposed to, and that right there, the overall event championship.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy right now. You know, Tristan got the 777s before, and here I am up here with the 777s, man. But I can't thank these guys enough. You know, Alex filling in last minute for me. I usually drive the Just Get Her Done second generation that this man created. My sister's back home doing school and clinicals for nursing, and my little brother Brucey here keeping everything all together. But man, this is absolutely awesome.
Congratulations to you. Let's make some noise for your overall event champion right here, Brandon Telechka and Megalodon. And of course, we cannot forget about our freestyle winner, Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger. Once again, a freestyle winner here this weekend in Savannah, Georgia. Tyler, congratulations. Throwing down another incredible freestyle. You had that transmission change, and you could tell that truck came out with a vengeance.
Yeah, you know what? That was awesome. Those guys in the back, those guys and girls thrashed on that truck. I came out for two-wheel skills, only had second gear, man. But hats off to Brandon Telechka, man. Those guys work hard. To see him get that overall event trophy, man, that is awesome. Bringing that home to Wisconsin, those guys are. Man, Savannah, I hope you guys had an awesome time at Monster Jam today. If you're feeling frisky and want to see some more, come tonight. We got one more event. It's Sunday. I don't care what happens to that truck. I want to see you guys back here. Thank you guys, and I love you.
What can you say about the afternoon that Brandon Telechka has had here today? I mean, hats off to not only him, but the entire team, his dad, Mitch, his brother, everybody there really pushing MK Motorsports forward. And anytime there can be a big win by an independent team, Ray, it's also a big win for independent monster truck teams everywhere.
And you love watching it because they get to celebrate with their family. I mean, you see the tears rolling in their eyes. I mean, you know, Michaela's watching back home as she's just so excited for him as well. She was saying that yesterday when we had a chance to talk to her, just how proud she is of him and being able to step in, and he does it in a truck that he is not entirely familiar with, and he says it doesn't matter. Submits his application, says, I'm going to get in on this, man. It ain't for the birds. Gets the victory over these guys. It was fantastic, dude. So much fun.
It was a great day and a lot of parity, like Brendan said. Yesterday, Tristan England, lucky number 7s. Today, Brendan Toluchka, lucky number 7s. Guys, we could not do it without you. For Ray Villarreal, Kay Young, I'm John Saponaro. We hope you had fun, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. Yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk-its. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. That's right. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. When I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster.